Whether you're running an e-commerce store, a service-based business, or a coaching program, the Diagnostic will help you unlock your full potential to set you on the path to consistently generating millions. James Schramko here. Welcome to episode 1088. Today, I'm sharing with you Unlocking Repeatable Millions, the ultimate business diagnostic blueprint. I know that sounds boring, but seriously, this is how I've made millions over many years. Imagine having a roadmap that reveals every hidden opportunity in your business, a blueprint of sorts that guides you step by step to generating repeatable millions. So today's episode, I'm going to take you through the ultimate business diagnostic process. It's a method I've used to help businesses transform, getting really good results, like extraordinary results. And it's not just a casual overview. I'll do a deep dive into the questions and strategies and insights that can uncover the gaps holding you back and the green flags that would signal that your business is ready to take off, to scale. Whether you're running an e-commerce store, a service-based business, or a coaching program, the Diagnostic will help you unlock your full potential to set you on the path to consistently generating millions. So let's have a look at the key points here. The first story I'd love to share with you is the Johari window, seeing what you don't know. So for context, it is one of the most powerful tools in diagnosing your business, and it's something I discovered by accident. It helps you understand what you know, but also be aware of what you don't know about your business. Once you get this, you'll be able to uncover blind spots and unknown opportunities that really could be the key to the next level of your success. So in business, it's the unknowns that often come from outdated processes, missed opportunities, just not seeing what the full picture is in your market, and then you may not realize that your marketing strategy is not effective. You may not realize that your competitors have adapted and moved on. So the key takeaway here is that by identifying and addressing these blind spots, you open up new avenues for growth. It's deeper understanding of your business essential for making strategic decisions that will drive repeatable success. Many years ago, I sat at a desk. It was 1995. I was about 23 years old. I sat down at a desk and I found this Johari window sitting in a folder from a guy called Gary Chan. He had occupied the desk before me. I didn't know what it was, but it was just 4 quadrants in a square. And in one quadrant was the stuff that I knew and stuff that the other person knew. And then the next quadrant was the stuff the other person knew that I didn't know. And then there was the stuff that I knew that the other person didn't know. And then the final quadrant was stuff neither of us knew. Once you understand the core premise that there's plenty of stuff you know, but you only really ever know half of it. The other half is what other people can bring to you. And then there's, of course, the unknown. You know, how did the galaxy form? Is there aliens living out there? All that sort of stuff. But the really valuable part is knowing that often another person has answers that if you could just ask them or pay them for, will actually enlighten you and bring you forward. I'll give you an example. I just got a new testimonial on my Trustpilot account, and it is from Justin. He said, within a week, James and I had a list of actionable items to work on in my business, and there's check-in calls every week to help me on track. His years of experience allow him to quickly identify problem areas in your business and help to create a plan to overcome those issues. Now, this is relevant because Justin was stuck for a while in his business, and he got me on board. He came onto my mentor program, and we did the diagnostic. As soon as we did the diagnostic, we knew exactly where to focus. The first update that I had was that his opt-ins from his sales page had doubled, and he had asked for some testimonials, and he got a couple of hundred in a matter of hours. And these were just sitting there. So let's talk about what the green flags would be to recognize if we are ready for repeatable millions. And this is an insight, right? Not every business is ready to scale to repeatable millions, right? It's not available to everybody, but there are clear indicators or green flags that would show you're on the right track, including having a strong product to market fit, a clear value proposition, and scalable systems in place. So in one of my diagnostic processes, is something I look for is when a business has a well-defined purpose that resonates deeply with its target market. It's often seen in a business that not only meets the customer's needs, but does it in a way that creates a really loyal following. For me, one of these takeaways is I constantly have to try and get outside the jar to see what's on the label. I only recently really realized that I'm a recurring income specialist. If they're an agency, then we're going to be looking probably at retainers or performance deals, which I call revenue share deals. If they're an expert or a membership site, then no doubt we're looking at some form of membership, which would be paid on a recurring subscription. I've been really deep into that for 15 years. I know my churn and retention strategies. I know how to get people into a membership. I know how to deliver a great product. So sometimes you have the makings of this, but you're not putting them all together the right way. If you can focus your efforts on scaling what's already working rather than coming up with new ideas and chasing whatever the market fad is, then it can actually be more profitable. My bread and butter has been more or less the same for about 15 years. So get onto your strengths, scale them, and that's how you get to your millions faster. The next thing is to identify your true purpose. Like, what drives you? Are you doing this because you have daddy issues? Are you doing it because you got bullied at school? Are you doing it because you want to put food on the table for your family? Are you doing it because there's just some innate force inside you that makes you want to do it? People have different motivators, internal, external motivators. It's good to understand what that is. If you can get the user manual on it, it helps you drive better. So one of the elements of successful business is really knowing why you're doing this. When people say, I want to make $10 million a year, I say, why? Why is that important to you? When they say, I want to make $100 million, I say, why is that important to you? Now, I'm not overlaying my goals onto anybody. I have bowlers who work 7 days a week in my mentorship, and I have people who are semi-retired or have 5 kids and vegan lifestyle, and they want to just chill on their bicycle. Okay, it's what your deeper motivations are and how they align with your business goals, and then what business model you put in place to get it. Business driven by a strong purpose will usually outperform a business that is kind of job-like, or you're doing it because you have to. You could take employees in some cases of an average business, and some of them aren't that excited. I watched a lady yesterday pushing a trolley through the shopping centre. She started near the car park where I arrived, and she pushed it all the way through to the shop that I was actually going to, and she was very, very disinterested. I mean, I could imagine she was pushing a trolley through a prison block delivering food, or a mail cart in a massive enterprise faceless organisation. She just looked very undriven, not that motivated, right? So it's a bad fit. In my work with clients, I've seen people who are very, very clear on what they're doing. They're so resilient that they will push through the challenges easily. It doesn't matter what life or business throws at them. They just belt through it because they're motivated and driven. So whether it's a desire to make an impact, whether it's a personal mission to create something unique, you're an artist, understanding your purpose is critical. So the takeaway here is, if you don't have a strong reason why you're doing the business, or you're not clear on it, maybe have a chat to someone like me and find out what's going on. If you're a rudderless ship, you're just going to drift around. And that's okay if that's what you want. But if you're not sure, find out what your clear purpose is. What is it about you that will attract people to be around you? What will attract you a great team? What will attract opportunities? What will have you invited to occasions to get to that level? The next step is defining success, not just financial goals. And this is really important because I believe as founders, especially visionary founders who are strong in their business, your success is deeply personal. And it really does vary from one person to another. It's not just about financial metrics. If you take the extreme example, someone like Warren Buffett, who still thinks that money is how you keep score, in my book, that's not something I can relate to. I want to be a better surfer. I want to be a great husband. I want to be a fantastic father. I want to live a long and healthy, happy life. So it's not just about profit, but in my world, it's also about achieving a lifestyle that aligns with your personal values and goals. I'm now living a life that I put in a lot of work to get to, but certainly for many years, especially in my 20s and 30s, I was grinding. And a lot of what I do, the motivation for what I do is to help people get to results faster without having to do the same amount of effort and stress that I went through to get what I got. I've documented it along the way, and that's really what this business diagnostic is. So whatever success looks like for you, it's crucial in how you're going to make decisions. If you're trying to build a big business to sell, that's going to make decisions that revolve around you working long hours, sleeping in your factory, like Elon Musk does. I mean, that guy's a wicked example, really, because he actually thinks it's unethical to work from home. According to one interview that I watched him in, he said, how do we expect people to be bringing us stuff to our door, making us cars, building us houses while we just sit at home on our laptop? It's unethical, according to Elon. So he has his own values and metrics. You know what? I'm okay with it because I feel like we can take responsibility to do what feels right for us. Now, I've worked with clients who really did feel they need to scale 7, 8, 9 figures, 10 figures, be happy, and to realize that a balanced life for them is not really going to be balanced in terms of freedom or family time. It's going to be spending a lot of time doing endeavors that, whether it's to put man on Mars or whatever, they want more revenue, less relationship capital, right? I want more relationship capital. I want more freedom. I want more fun. So whatever it is, I find out through the diagnostic, and then we program a system that delivers it for them. And this is really a critical point. The diagnostic has to be customized for the person. It will result in a customized output. The system might be the same at the beginning. The questions are there the same, but the responses dictate what happens next. It's like a choose your own adventure. For some people, it might be they want to work fewer hours whilst maintaining a good income and getting a certain level of influence or impact or significance in life. I mean, it's great when people respect you or admire you. By the way, just on that, if you don't need to do things because you seek praise from others, you will be free. If you could actually not care so much what other people think, you'll be free. Key takeaway, success really isn't just about numbers. It's about creating a life you enjoy living by clearly defining what that looks like for you. What does success look like for you? And how does it lead to fulfillment and sustainable growth? I do believe you can make multiple millions and still know the name of your kids, right? The next step is aligning your lifestyle with your business goals. So key aspect of the diagnostic process is evaluating whether your current lifestyle supports your business goals. And this includes everything from how much you work, your health, how long you spend on activities that you actually enjoy. For example, if I miss my surfing during the week, I actually get a bit, I get a bit down about it because I feel like I've ripped myself off according to what my lifestyle must be. Plus, the paradox of work is that the more you do it, the blunter you become. Like imagine going to the gym for 8 hours a day, you just wouldn't recover. You are not going to build muscle mass or whatever. You're just going to be a burnt out wreck. So the less you work, the sharper your work can actually be. And I've found this, it's so paradoxical. It's so counterintuitive, but it's so true. Since I prioritize sleep and health, as I get older, I'm enjoying life more. I feel stronger. I feel fitter. I feel less frazzled. I'm not burnt out. I am actually satisfied with the work that I'm doing, and business is still thriving, even if I could do that on 10 hours a week. I had a client who was making millions, but was miserable because his business just consumed all his time. And by realigning his lifestyle with his personal goals, like actually spending time with family and pursuing hobbies, he was able to achieve a much more fulfilling balance without sacrificing his business success. So the key takeaway here is your business should support your lifestyle, not consume it. And if there is a misalignment, it's crucial to make adjustments so that you can actually enjoy your business success and your personal life while building that business. So there is an importance here in systems because systems really support everything here. And this is what streamlines your efficiency and your effectiveness and your growth. So strong systems are the backbone of a scalable business. These include everything from operational processes to customer relationship management. They ensure that your business is going to run smoothly and efficiently, allowing you to focus on growth rather than being bogged down by day-to-day tasks or sideswiped by random events. So I had a client who struggled with scaling because he just didn't have any kind of solid customer support. It doesn't matter how much he did. He was getting dragged down by poor reviews, people being dissatisfied, people leaving the product. But by implementing new onboarding systems, automations with the CRM system, putting in place key processes and key people, we were able to handle far more clients without compromising that service delivery, leading to a significant increase in revenue, but importantly, no extra time from this person. Once the system's in, it takes the load. It's kind of like building a railway system and then hiring people to run it. You can be more of that investor role. So key takeaway here is you're not going to get the millions and the freedom without strong systems, and you will need some people. And I covered that in the previous episode in 1087. Your business will struggle to scale unless you invest in some systems, but they will free up your time. They will allow your business to handle growth, and they set the stage, the foundations for that increased revenue. The next topic is cash flow management. You need to keep your business financially healthy. So let's see how you rate here. Cash is the lifeblood of the business, and managing it effectively is critical to long-term success. Way back when I did dealer management training, when I was 29 years old, we did a lot of financial training, a lot of looking at spreadsheets and stuff. And it really does involve understanding where your money's coming from and where it's going. I know that's too simple, but if you can optimize that by regularly reviewing and adjusting your cash flow, you will prevent financial strain or disaster and ensure that you're always prepared for growth. In my business, I do a full P&L every single month. If you don't know how to do it or don't even know what it is, get a good CFO, a chief financial officer, either fractional, or hire an accountant to explain it all to you, and then look at every single line item on a regular basis. I have encountered businesses with high revenue, but disastrous cash flow, and that leads to massive stress. So getting better cash flow practices such as negotiating better payment terms with suppliers, getting the right pricing, not undercharging, making sure you even cover your costs, getting the right business pricing models, so get paid by the output rather than time, getting paid now versus later, getting paid recurring versus one time, will tune your business. So good cash flow management is more about getting the money at the right time and getting the right amount of money and not losing money unnecessarily, paying the correct amount of tax, etc., accounting for taxes, some countries, GST, VAT, all that stuff. Keep your business financially healthy. Beyond just making the money, you actually have to keep it. And then ideally, like the later stages are you actually invest that money outside the business so that even if you don't have the business, you're still going to be wealthy. That's how you get to capitalize on opportunities. The next topic is building and leading a strong team. It really is probably one of your most valuable assets. Your team is so important for your success. That strong, motivated team will drive your business forward. I covered this extensively in the previous episode, 1087. If you have a poor team, you will never succeed, and you get the team you deserve. It's essential to have the right people in the right roles with the clear expectations, strong leadership, and support. Now, I've seen businesses transform. I've transformed businesses by focusing on team development, implementing standard operating procedures, improving communication. I had a client who was struggling with his high turnover of team, people just kept leaving one after the other. And we made all of these changes, recruiting better, putting in systems, treating people like humans, being a good leader. Key takeaway, invest in your team. It's basically investing in your future. A well-trained, motivated team can exponentially increase your capacity for success, and it will allow you to build a solid business. A lot of the stuff that I did, of course, was before the advent of AI, but even if you're using AI these days, I'd still use it to augment a real human team. We will still need humans for that really sincere and heartfelt, emotional customer connection that people will want beyond the robots. Even if they can fake it, you can still tell when there's a human now. So this episode, I'm hoping, will equip you with some of the insights that will give you an overview of where to look at in your business. If you feel like you're not strong in some of the areas that I've discussed, then it might be time to work on those. Go and build out your strengths. There are people and services who offer some of the services that can build out those areas, whether it's building team, whether it's getting systems in place, whether it's working on your sales offer, whether it's driving traffic. There are providers out there. So you can have a team compiled of contractors if you like, but make sure you set up your business properly. If you want to join my mentorship, of course, I'll take you through my comprehensive diagnostic, but part of it's the diagnostic. And I did a very old episode on this topic. It was episode 627. Can you make $100,000 per month? That gives you more of a technical business gap analysis. But what I wanted to share with you is in my mentorship, you'll go through the sort of current version of that. The questions are one thing, but it's the responses that are everything. When you respond, what I do is I go through my data bank of my experience and all the people that I've ever coached, thousands of them. And I think, what do I know that works? Where are the quick wins? Where are the middle term wins? Where is the long term play here? And I see what I can do to make sure that you win. That's all I'm here for, to make sure you win. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode. This episode will be put up at jamesschramko.com. It's episode 1088. We've been talking about unlocking repeatable millions. It really starts with the fundamentals. And some people would say the fundamentals are boring, and maybe they are, but without them, you're not going anywhere. Enjoy.
This is James Schramko.